Hello, hola, bonjour, buenas tardes, good afternoon. My name is Merc, and welcome back to the Narc Alert. Hello, everybody. I know it's Monday, and Monday's kind of my day off. But that video this morning was just so darn intriguing that I thought it might be worth a live stream. Hello. I have a couple of notes here. I do have the Rio cam set up. Of course, the Rio cat is not in the right position. And if you're hearing a little tiny echo, it's from my phone. I dropped my phone and cracked it. And I thought that was the only issue, but apparently there's also an issue with the headphone jack. So it won't stop being on speaker. And I've got the volume muted, and I can still hear myself tippy tiny over in the corner. So if you can hear that, let me know, but it's a product of the Rio cam, unfortunately. See, he's mucking about. You can see the view. My apartment's all shambles. Oh, look at this terrible view of me sideways. Oh, my God. This is the worst. Why do I even have this on here? Not supposed to see all that mess. Now you've seen my horrible, messy apartment. It's actually shambly right now because I was moving the stool about to try and get someplace to put the tripod for the Rio cam. Moose says you can't hear the echo at all. That's amazing. Thank you. You can probably hear Rio. Yeah, but then I have to, if I know that I'm on profile, I'm going to want to be sucking in my stomach because it's what girls do. All right. A couple of notes before we get to the video. First of all, it's Monday. I don't put up videos on Monday. Monday is my day off. What the hell? Well, I've got Joan at this little art thing, drop-in art therapy thing at the building. She's, bless her heart, as annoying as she is, she's putting herself out there to try and meet people. She's 89, okay? So that's pretty brave. So I met a nice lady on my floor who told me she recently moved into her daughter's apartment because she can't live on her own anymore, and she has a walker. And I thought, perfect, let's get this woman and Mom hooked up. So this woman goes to this art class thing on Monday, so I've got Mom going down there. They have met once. Let's hope Joan makes a friend. So Joan is busy from 2 to 4 today, which gives me a nice free afternoon. And I thought I could probably do a Narc Alert on that video. But live streams are so much more fun, and I get to interact with you guys on the live streams. And we did do a rage stream this morning, but it just wasn't enough. Because this was a good one. Yuri was questioning my use of the word good earlier, and I thought, well, good, in reference to the Amberlynns. But starts with a bang. Excuse me. Starts with a bang was first. I wanted to mention that Valentine was very upset that he was not first, but Valentine is busy doing his actor stuff. So congratulations to a first day of shooting for Valentine. And Valentine, there was a super chat. Thank you very much for your super chat before I was even here. Let me scroll back, see if I can find it. See, Sophia said see if I can instead of see if I can't. Valentine, thank you for your super chat. He says, whoop whoop, an early super chat because I'm happy to be here. Well, it wouldn't be the same without you, Val. Val is a very valuable member of our community. It's I say it wrong. However I say it, don't say it like me. I'm struggling trying to say it right. Oh, the man is here. Yeah, well, that's not your stool. That's where the tripod was. The man is here to say hello. I guess I have to move the camera now. I have it plugged in because my phone contract is up in May. So you know that right now my phone goes for about 3 hours before needing to be fully charged. No, it's not an iPhone. It's a Google Pixel. But let's get a real cam. Yes. Oh, there's Real's bum for you. Victorian Beauty gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Victorian Beauty. That was very generous of you. Irene Vane, I think I'm saying that right. SD, Trips My Mind Takes. That's a great name. Bob Smith. VG Meej. No. I think that's it. Thank you, Victorian Beauty, so much. Hello, Mr. Man. You've got your camera now, but your head is cut off. What do you think you're, Amber? Your head should be in the frame. If you're going to be a proper YouTuber, we want to see your pretty face. Not your butt. No one wants to see your bum. I have to move this a little bit. This is going to be difficult. He doesn't like to sit still sometimes. You'll just have to get what you get with the Rio cam. Are you going to settle down for us, Bobo? No, probably not. Right? Right? Yes. My glasses are always filthy dirty. Can we not with the butt on the camera? Nobody wants to see cat butt. Oh, treats, of course. We'll give him some treats and then we'll watch Amber. Oh, so he's right up. It's funny, the Rio cam. If you get back on your chair, good man. You're such a good man. Here, if I put these down, then you are forced to face the camera. Okay, not really. He's the worst subject. The worst and the best. There you go. Little Rio. Mr. Man. We'll have to revisit him after the stream because I have this is a particularly rage-inducing stream. Little Rio. Were those good treats? You can have more later, okay? You can have more later, okay? Oh, I love to have my bum slapped like I'm a big horse. He loves that. He's a weirdo. He's a cat. You know, Amber was talking about cats with dogs' personalities. This would be one. He's going to move around constantly, so I can't keep him in frame, isn't he? Okay, sorry. Now I'll pay attention to you. Thank you. Compliments on my shirt. Thank you very much. Wore the wrong shoes. It's very cozy, comfy. It's really long. Cats are jerks. They are. He's an ass. There's no denying it. I'll steal that from Kicking Geese. He is an ass. But look at them. They're easy to forgive, right? So let's get to it. Let me hook up this video. Oh, let me fix the volumes first, because we know we always have this volume problem. So let's turn... What are you doing? Let's turn that all the way up. Let's see. Okay, all those volumes are up. Rio, can you maybe not... Seriously. This doesn't... It's not easy to stream like this, Rio. Look at this. Rio? Can you maybe not share the microphone with me right now? Can you... Just now, it's adorable, but enough now. You on your stool? Such a ham. You gotta try and steal the show every single live stream. Cool Mom says, would you consider collabing with someone like Jordy for a video and not a live stream? I'm actually talking to Mr. Snowflake, and I are in just the very beginning talks about doing a collab, because I would love to. I respect his work so much. I aspire to do documentaries as good as Shaped by the Algorithm. Aside from all, the fact that he's a hunk. We all daddy over him. Well, most of us, but many of us, a lot of us, some of us. I'll put that back when he shows back up. Oh my God, now he comes back. He's such an ass. I'm turning this off for now because this echo's driving me crazy. And we can return to the... Oh, I didn't. I got to turn the whole thing off now. You are a going concern today, young man. I'll tell you that. I'll put it back on afterwards. Gosh, I got notes here. It's all real all the time. All real all the time. My life is always about somebody else. It's my show. Little couple minutes, just like 50 minutes for me, okay? Well, not even me, for Amber. Sheesh, Ree. Okay, can I please pay some attention to the chat and not my damn cat? And I apologize. Narkflake is the ship name for the Vans. Narkflake. That's kind of funny. How about Snow Narc? How about the Snow Alert? Can you stop? You're driving me nuts, Rio. Tom Harlock makes all of us happy, Sumi. Nathan. Jan on the Lamb, I have a narc cat, clearly. I surround myself with them. Diana says, Madam Merck, your shirt and your awesome hair makes you look like a rock star. Aren't you adorable? I'm really hating my hair today. I'm actually considering getting it all cut the hell off into a pixie cut. Can you please get out of the damn way, Rio, please? Oh my God. He's so lucky. He's so cute. All Rio all the time. Go lie down. Sit there like a co-host you're supposed to be. I haven't even got through the notes. Starts with a Bang was first. I wanted to say that. I don't even know if I got that out. Thank you, Val. I said that. We've been having movie nights in the Discord, and I've been throwing up a movie. Regurgitating a movie up on Discord. Streaming a movie on Discord almost every night. Because I've been in a crappy mood. And we like to congregate in there, but I really haven't been feeling like a Jackbox kind of energy. And we've been streaming kind of fun movies that aren't supposed to make you cry, although one did the other night made us cry. Now, I want to say, because I know some people have missed them, I apologize. They haven't been scheduled. It's pretty spontaneous. I will try and at everybody and give people 15 minutes heads up if you want to jump in. It's just kind of a chill out kind of thing. So, Don't feel bad if you've missed it. I've been kind of a schlep about not letting people know. I'm just sitting around chatting with some people and go, hey, want to watch a movie? And then, but you're all welcome to join us, and I will from now on at everybody. Europeans get fucked. I know, Sophie. I'm sorry. That's why I'm trying to do some earlier live streams. This is not Wednesday's live stream on Monday. This is just a Monday. Merck's got a day off, and this video was interesting, so why the hell not? That's why. So that's the movie night thing. MILF Manor. We will be streaming episode 7 of MILF Manor tonight at 7:30 in the Discord. It will be in Vile Vision. You know, because it's kind of vile. Please join us. It's really funny. Tonight, they pair up. They have to pair up, apparently, into a couple. So tonight's the big couple pair up. What else? Couple other notes. I'm going to be having a live stream chili cook-off with Crusader Actuel, who thinks he can freaking cook. Pfft. Dude puts on a helmet, thinks he can do anything. Right? Am I right? Apparently, somebody told me he liked Amberlynn Reed's chili, and I thought, well, that's ridiculous. That ain't right. So we were talking, and apparently it wasn't him, it was his wife. And I proffered my apologies and said, I hope she is feeling better. Apparently she's the one that liked that chili. So I said to him, he said, should we cook Amber's chili? And I said, well, no, I don't want to eat that. I said, you can cook Amber's chili and I'll cook my own chili and we'll have a cook-off. And then I said, you don't have to cook Amber's. Cook whatever chili you want. So we're not doing Amber's chili. We're cooking our own chilies. So I think this is how it's going to go, although we will get into it more later when we work it out more. But I think what we're going to do is live stream the cooking of the chili. And then while our chilies are simmering, we can co-react to one of Amberlynn's chili videos. And then we'll come back for the taste test, where I will get 10 out of 10, recommend, and Crusaders probably will taste like feet. It's fun to have a male reactor friend with skin that isn't paper thin, because it's fun to trash talk a bit. So pick a side, folks. We're having a chili off. He's from Texas, though. I think he's from Texas. He said he's going to cook up some Texas chili. And I'm just a weak, pale Canadian. So, but I am a chef, but he's a Texan. So it's really it's going to be a 50-50 thing for sure. For sure. I don't know how the judging is going to happen, Lainey. That's a really good question, because we can't get you guys to taste it. Sophie, I think I'll ask Mr. Snowflake, but I get a sense that he's not a big cook, but he does have a crock pot, I hear. So I definitely will ask Mr. Snowflake, because Merck likes to bring all the boys to the yard. CBD chili. I will not infuse the chili. I could, but I won't. So that's going to be really a lot of fun. What's his name? Crusader. Crusader is in Florida soon, or today, or whenever, for a couple of weeks. So he's busy with work. But when he comes back, we're going to arrange that. And we're both very excited about it. So I think it's going to be fun. And one last note before we get to the video is another Crusader note. Crusader Actuel told me last night that he is doing a Jeopardy, an Amberlynn Reed Jeopardy. And he wants me to be a guest on the Jeopardy. So Merck gets to play instead of writing all the questions all the time. I don't know when that is. He's working on it. He said he's going to work on it while he's away. So that might be soon. So there is a whole bunch of newsy notes when I thought I had absolutely nothing to tell you. And the man has settled down. I may be able to put the man cam. Hey, Val, it's the man jam cam. You want to jam with the man? I have to hook it all up again, though. Give me 1 second, because I got to go to the Gmail and get the link and do the things, and we're going to watch the Amber. But in the meantime, I can test we can test the audio while I'm doing this to make sure we have all the audios happening. Plug this in. Sorry, I'm not super organized. It's Monday. It's Monday. I don't usually stream. It's not my contract. I don't have a contract. I need earbuds like Amber and Mr. Snowflake. They look so cool. I don't look as cool. I don't know. Whenever I've used wireless with my desktop, it's just the sound is wonky as hell. Okay, so plugged in. What am I doing? Looking for Amber's video. Amber's got a video to show us. Let's look at what Amber has to say today. Present. Not a video file. Share screen. That's what we want to do. Lab results. You're going to let me know about this audio. We're going to do a quick audio test before I get the Rio cam engaged. So we can sort all the techie things out at once, and then we can get into it. Tell me about the audio. Tell me. Tell me, do.
4.75 out of 5 stars. And on Goodreads, you can't rate.
We won't be watching Book Talk.
Something.
Tell me if the audio is
so
okay,
I give it a 5-star. I did restart a Goodreads because I want to like track everything I read.
Audio's good
this year, and
fantastic. Now we will engage the Rio cam, and then we can get this show on the road. Rio, join me on StreamYard. Here's your link to join us. Come on, Rio, enter the studio. Okay. We got you now, my little baby bow. How's that angle? Okay. Look at this. Now we got it all going on. Rio cam. Rio cam, Amber, Merc, we're good to go. Yeah, we're not doing the book talk. I don't care. She might have said maybe she dropped some pearls in there, but I guess we'll find out when we find out.
This was my 10th book. My 10th book so far.
Oh, yeah, you're such a voracious reader. We're all so very impressed. You're such intelligent. You're just like Einstein.
And they tested like today, but I did get a phone call from the weight loss clinic, so I have a little update on that. They got my lab results finally, and they tested like a bunch of different things, and everything came back fine besides my vitamin D is very low.
And she said, "You're healthy." I hear a real echo now. Do you guys hear an echo? Oh, wait. Mute that cam. There, I think it's better now. I'm sorry.
So they're prescribing me like a very high dosage of vitamin D for me to take once a week. Prescribed. So I'm actually going to go get that from the pharmacy. So I'm just very
Was she not prescribed a pharmaceutical dose of vitamin D a while ago, and then she just stopped taking it because she stopped getting the prescription refilled? And everybody said to her, just go buy vitamin D. I take like 2,000 units a day myself. We all do. Everybody's got low vitamin D in the Northern Hemisphere, probably.
Relieved to hear that, like,
or in general, all of us.
The results came back pretty well because I knew that my vitamin D was low. Like, it's been low. It's been very low for years now. So
what about her gallbladder stones? What about her fatty liver? What about her lipedema? What about her lymphedema? What about her verging on high blood pressure? What about her sleep apnea? They don't care about any of these things. It's just her vitamin D. Okay.
Oh,
the sludge, Bacons. Thank you. The sludge as well.
Taking this really high dosage vitamin D because I've taken one in the past and it helps a lot. So another update I have is, you guys know how, like I said, that I found out that I have to go a whole year without binging, and like I kind of had like a little breakdown moment. Like I cried in front of my dietitian. It was
I tried to manipulate my dietitian with my tears and self-pity, but it didn't work.
It was embarrassing, but you know, I just felt very overwhelmed. I didn't like take advantage at the time and like ask more questions about why this is, or just like understand the situation a little bit more. So I have an option of emailing her. So I took advantage of that option, and I kindly just wanted to like understand.
What is she fresh? Such a little tiny, it's a little tiny narky thing, but those of you who have narcs will understand what I'm saying. They have to frame everything in a way that makes it sound so important. I was given the option to email her, so I decided to take that option. You emailed the doctor. When you left the appointment, she said, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. Just like they say to everybody. She makes it sound like it's a big event. Everything's so special. It's such a narky. It's a little nitpicky thing, but it's a narky thing. We've
actually been emailing back and forth for a couple of days, and she has explained things a little bit better for me. That like there is someone like above her, a psychologist above her, who actually reads like all her notes on her patients, and they help decide like the further plan for her patients. And the psychologist thinks that this is what's best for me. And so does the dietitian. But she also wants the surgeon's opinion.
No, you want the surgeon's opinion. There was a, should I look at this? Can I show you guys something? Let me find my Discord. Discord, where are you? I was sent something. Oh, some of you have probably seen it. I think it's Mama Goob's video. I don't have to open anything. Mama Goob apparently DM'd Amber and made some suggestions or offered some help or something. And Amberlynn wrote her back, actually, and told her, this is like a few days ago I heard about this. Amberlynn wrote her back and told her something along the lines, I might get it wrong, but something along the lines of she was going to get her dietitian to meet up with her surgeon because she wanted them to speak to her. She wanted, like, she's going to push for that. And apparently she got it. Yeah, Mama Goob did a video on her. I didn't watch it. I read the, maybe I did watch it. I did watch it because I read the, she posted her screen caps, I think, of the DMs. LK says, sorry, but this Mama Goob person is a cow tipper. I don't know anything about her. I don't watch her. I don't follow her. I was just given that scoop of information from her. To be honest, I said, she sounds a little like someone else we know. She's a nice, well-meaning lady who has MS, who thinks that if Amber does things the way it worked for her, if she could only see things my way, Amber would really see the light. Amber's not going to see the light, Mama Goob. I'm sorry to say. You know, I'm sure you have the best of intentions. Or maybe you don't. I'm not sure of anything. I don't know. I don't know you. But regardless, I don't think it's a matter of just the right person getting in her DMs and offering her just the right solution. I really don't believe that that's going to make any difference to Amber at any time unless you're offering her a wedding ring. Like, I don't know. All right, so.
Because everyone is different. Every story is different. Everyone, it's a different plan. It's not one size fits all at all. So she's actually talking to the surgeon tomorrow about my story and my situation in particular. And she said she's going to get back to me.
So Amber's trying to impress upon the dietitian that she is a very, very special case. And even though the dietitian's first instinct was to say no, and she took it to her higher up, who has more experience and probably whatever. The dietitian's higher up also agreed with that diagnosis and said no, this woman isn't ready at all. But Amberlynn really needs to get in there because she really needs to impress upon them that she is the specialist of special cases. And it doesn't matter if she said she had BED or if she's been diagnosed. It's not true. And she's got this, you guys. She's got this.
I wish I could talk to the surgeon,
She's
of course, one-on-one, because it is a lot of like telephone and like through the grapevine type thing. And I would love to talk to the surgeon one-on-one. I understand I can't right now. The surgeon is very popular. There's just a way.
The surgeon isn't very popular, Amber. The surgeon is very busy. He's a surgeon. He's not too popular to take your phone call.
Good way Lord. That they do things, and I understand that. So I think after...
And I'm guessing the surgeon has layers of people around him so he doesn't have to deal with your crap all the time. Because you know what? Something else that's true is this manipulative behavior isn't even unique. I'm guessing the people at the good folks at the bariatric clinic have seen every single trick, every attempt at manipulation, every story. They've seen a friggin' Amazon river full of tears. None of this is new to them. You're not unique even in your manipulations.
You know, she talks to the surgeon.
Exactly.
And
doctors are rock stars. You have surgery. You don't see the damn surgeon. He comes in for 45 seconds after the surgery to check on you, and that's it. They're not the ones. They're busy. They're not popular. Well, you know, it's a twisted way to look at it.
Communicates to me what the surgeon thinks should happen. I think I'll have a clearer answer.
Yeah, the surgeon's going to tell you the same thing.
Really helpful to me. And I don't know if this is like because I have that obsessive side of me. Like I was diagnosed with OCPD, which is obsessive compulsive personality disorder.
Which is not the same.
I was diagnosed with that like 5 years ago. And it was just like a couple years ago, I was diagnosed with actual OCD. You can have both. Okay. So I don't know if it's...
Did I not just make a whole damn video about this? I don't remember, because honestly, Amber is in one eye and out the other for me, but did I not make a whole damn video about her talking about her diagnosis with OCD, but that she was never really diagnosed? Was the final thing that she just wasn't really diagnosed? Swedish Mom asks Merc, what's a cow tipper? You know what? I think I have the wrong idea. In my thought, which please let me know, let us know, guys, what is your opinion of what a cow tipper is? I thought they were kind of like the people on Kiwi farms who will really try and mess with people's real lives. Like go into the lol cow, like French fry girl. Is she not a cow tipper? Would she be considered a cow tipper? To me, that's what I think. Connor says it's someone who gets involved in lol cows' lives and stirs the pot. So yes, I was right. That's what I thought. So people are saying that Mama Goob is a cow tipper. I'm not saying that. I don't know anything about Mama Goob at all. I've only watched that one lead. Like, take pictures of Feline. Yeah. Like, phone the bariatric center and tell them about AMBERLYNN. I think that would constitute cow tipping. Better make a coffee. Listen, I got backup today. I'm not fooling around. Kiwi is anti-cow tipping. Are they, Tangy? Tangy, great name. Reminds me of my favorite strain. Okay, let's get through this OCD. I know it triggers a lot of you guys, and I don't
feel like I need to have my surgery date scheduled. Even if it is a year from now or 10 months from now, I want to know the date. Because for some reason, it's like, I know I'm working towards something big and something amazing and something life-changing. But I feel like if I have that exact date...
I just want to put this out there in case I misconstrued anything. Barb says, no, Merc. No cow tipping is actually a Kiwi Farms rule. They don't go IRL. They dox people they don't like. Okay, well, doxing people's tipping a cow as far as I'm concerned. But I get you. How can you say they don't go in real life? They just put the information out there for other assholes to do it? Okay, so you're enabling cow tipping. It's kind of the same thing. I don't know. I stay away from the farms as well. Joanne, yeah, she did. I thought she did say she was denied. The last we heard from her, she said she cannot be approved until she's been binge-free for a year. Now she's telling us she's working on it.
Then it's like I could touch it. I could feel it. I know it's there. I don't know if that's like part of my OCPD, but I just feel like I need it scheduled. And it's like, obviously, if I don't meet requirements...
No, that's part of your control and narcissism. And you've been told you can't have a date. When you are binge-free for a year, then they will give you a date then. Now, what she's going to do is she's going to go in there crying and sobbing and telling them about her special OCPD And really, you guys are killing me, because if I had a date, I could really get it all done. And without a date, I can't do it. So if you don't give me a date, I'm not going to be able to do. That's what she's going to do.
Requirements, and I don't do what they tell me to do, etc., then the surgery is going to be canceled. But it's like, if I do everything they tell me I'm going to do and what I'm supposed to do, and it's like, if I have a date for when my life is absolutely going to change, I can see myself being...
Amber, people say brat, but grown-ups use the word entitled. What you're being here is entitled. You were turned down for the surgery. You were told you had certain requirements to meet before you could get a date for surgery. You don't get to change the rules and tell them, no, give me the date. And then if I don't do everything right, you can take it away, because they know you're going to lie and manipulate your way through the damn year. You don't get to control this. You just don't. You're not special. And these manipulative tactics are tired, and they've seen them all before.
More successful. It doesn't make sense to you guys, I'm sure. I'm sure it's not going to make any sense.
No, because you're entitled.
Which is fine, but just don't come for me. Don't judge me. It seems like more obtainable. It's like I could touch it. I could feel it. I could taste it. If like there's an actual date. I don't know how to explain
trolling
it.
In here, maybe.
It's weird. Okay.
She's blocked
it's just
from
because
the
I hate the unknown. I hate the unknown. It's like the worst. So that is something that is possible, because I know there are people, because there's people who have reached out to me who have gotten weight loss surgery. So many of you. So thank you for reaching out to me on my Instagram.
It's different
and sharing your stories.
For every people and different centers, I'm sure, have different rules.
A lot of you actually had your surgery like scheduled for 3 months out. And I was like
Amber, not every weight loss surgeon is like Dr. Now. Not all of them will have the same requirements that he does. They're all different. So just like all those people that are contacting you, they weren't at the same clinic with the same surgeon. So if they got through because they had different requirements, that's why. Like you said, everybody's different. It's not the same for everybody.
Okay, so if people can do that, then I'm pretty sure like 10 to 12 months out is possible as well. It's just, it gives me a goal. It's like a physical
goal. You have a goal.
And there's no unknown. There's no like, oh my God, when is this going to happen? So that is something that I want to talk about with my dietitian, and then like the surgeon, because eventually I will be seeing the surgeon, and I'm excited for that appointment, because it's like,
it's not going to work.
The surgeon is like the end all be all type thing. And, you know, for a minute there, I thought it was the psychologist was the end all be all, but it's not. There's so many little tiny things.
Well, she's so excited. There's so many places where I can manipulate this situation.
Outside of like the bigger picture and the bigger things that you have to change.
I can manipulate something out of this.
And someone like me, OCPD, obsessive compulsive personality disorder, where I feel like I have to be in control and I have to have it the right way, and like the appointments have to be the right way in the right order, and it's just like I don't have this control.
No, you don't.
And I feel like I would have a sense of control if I just like had it exactly.
Your sense of control is what got you in this situation. Going for weight loss surgery, I would guess, like going into an inpatient program, is surrendering your control. You don't get to white knuckle this situation. You just don't. Good Lord.
Date, and I could work towards that goal. I'm totally rambling right now, but I don't know. I'm just feeling more hopeful. I know in that video where I told you guys like this, you know, this whole year, it just gives me room to fail, blah, blah, blah. Like I've obviously had some time, like think on it and absorb the information.
And try and figure out an angle that I can work.
Information given to me. And I've had some people tell me that I was a spoiled brat because I was upset. That to me was like, ma'am, spoiled brat who? No, I'm ready to actively change my life. And I know that with weight loss surgery, it's going to make it happen quicker and faster. It's going to save my life.
What are you going to do after weight loss surgery? Assuming all the manipulation and bullshit and lying works, which it's not gonna. But if it did, let's just pretend for a minute it did, and she got the surgery, what is she going to do after the surgery? If she hasn't, you know, Amber, part of this pre-surgery crap that they're making you go through, the no carbonation, the smaller meals and all that, is to prepare you for how you're going to have to live after surgery. Before surgery, you have a choice. You can cheat. You can eat too much. You can have a cheat day and not tell everybody. But after surgery, if you do that, you could really hurt yourself or die. And that's why they want you to do that stuff. You don't get to fast forward through this. You just don't get to cheat your way through this. It's not going to work.
Hold on, someone's calling me.
Hang on, I have a friend.
Let me answer this. And
this is a video. Just edit this out. But no, I've got a friend. Somebody's calling me, you guys. I'm ever so popular, just like my surgeon.
We'll talk to you guys later. But I'm not a spoiled brat. I'm just ready to change my life.
No, you're an entitled bitch.
I just got off the phone.
Is that better?
I just felt like I needed to finish my thought process. Yeah, I've had time to like think and like absorb and process, and obviously it was disheartening because like in my heart I was like, yeah, I got this. I'm totally gonna get surgery by summer. And it's like the fact that I was told that, you know, that's probably not going to happen. Like, of course, that was a little
like 3-4 months
sad. And it's like, if I wouldn't have felt that way, if I would have just been like, oh, okay, that's totally fine, then I know I'm not.
You let her go for a bit because I haven't thought about this
at all. Because I'm very much like instant gratification.
Takes too long.
I want, you know, that instant, and it's like I only want that when I really want something. So if I wouldn't have felt the way that I did when I was first told that information, then it's like that's an indicator that, Amberlynn, you don't want this as bad as you thought you did, you know? So it's like the fact that I did react that way is a total Amberlynn. Like, of course I'm gonna feel disheartened, and I'm gonna, you know, I've spent my whole life, like my first diet when I was 11 years old. I've spent my whole life yo-yo dieting. And it's like, if I was able to do it by myself, oh, someone just walked past the window. If I was able to do it by myself and be successful by myself, then I would have already done it. And I know that with this extra tool of weight loss surgery, it's going to change my life and it's going to help me. This might be the tool that might actually save my life. Example, if you're trying to hang up this picture and it's like you try to hang it up.
Please brace yourselves for the nail and picture metaphor. This goes on for quite a while. But remember, she has the soul of a poet, so she can't help but paint a picture with metaphors.
For 10 years, and it's not hanging. You're like, what is happening? You realize, oh, okay, this picture is pretty heavy. Maybe I need a nail. Get that nail. The nail is right there. It's in arm's reach. But they say, you know what? Let's wait a year. You're like, damn. I just need that one last.
I might add to your metaphor that in your metaphor, the pitcher, not the picture, but the pitcher isn't pulling the nail out of the wall on purpose every time you put it in. Like every time you hang that picture, the picture isn't going, the tool isn't going to work for you, Amber. Much like the metaphor really doesn't work, neither will this tool.
Last little tool.
It goes on.
So I can hang the picture on my wall. That might be a bad metaphor.
It is a bad metaphor.
That's just the best way to explain it.
No, it's not. It's a bad
metaphor. My picture can't be hung without the nail. You know, and that's my metaphor for weight loss surgery.
Write a poem, Amber.
Sure. I can lose some weight on my own.
No, you can't.
I can't get to a healthy weight without the help of surgery. And you guys have seen that. I've lost 89 pounds multiple times in my life.
Twice?
The most I've ever lost is 116. I can't.
When did she? The most she ever lost was 116. Wasn't that last year when we were going through that insane math system? She's got the new math, right? So like if she loses 2 and gains 10, she still counts the 2-pound loss in her total. So over the year, she lost 116 pounds. She gained 200, but she lost 116
I can't go any further than that. Like,
it's logic I've ever heard.
I need help. And that is why weight loss surgery is there. And, you know,
420
I'm
viewers,
very
baby.
saddened that people
420
took it that way, that I seemed like a spoiled brat,
It's
or like
almost 420.
I was throwing a tantrum.
We have almost 420. We have 420 viewers, and it's almost 420 p.m. Please get your accoutrements ready.
God, no.
We need it for this video.
No. It was just so. I've been so stressed with all of the tests and not being able to turn to food for like emotional reasons.
Nothing.
And you have to realize that
Good night, Swedish mom. I know my lovely Swedish people, it's very late for you guys. I appreciate you popping in
for years at a time, for months at a time, whatever it may be, whatever era I was in my life, I would turn to food all the time. And
no, really?
Already that being taken from me because I'm so serious about weight loss surgery, like already that being taken, it just adds a whole other stress on top of like all the appointments. And
Brandon the Cuddlefish, what a good name. Thank you for the super chat. Brandon says, these explanations do not explain why they said no. No, they do not. They do not explain anything. I had a thought, now I lost it. Let's just move on.
Just everything. It's just been really stressful.
420 it happens.
I don't need people to understand that, but I guess it's just like to be called a spoiled brat when it's like, that's not me. That's not me. That is not
you're an entitled bitch.
Who I am as a person at all. And to be told like you're throwing a tantrum. What? Yeah,
no, I don't think it's a tantrum.
Sad that like saving my life has been prolonged, and I know a lot of people are like,
fit where you're gonna have to try and manipulate control.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what they tell me, but I'm not gonna be able to actively save my life.
Someone said I misread that super chat. Brandon said that. What? These explanations do explain why they said no. Thank you. It makes much more sense. Thank you for pointing that out, guys. It's almost 420. It happens at this time of day. It's like sundowning for stoners.
In this year, until I get weight loss surgery, just like I cannot hang this picture.
Thank you. That is a good point.
Successfully until I have the nail that I need. And I don't know how else to explain that. And I'm just very grateful that like my dietitian completely understands where I'm coming from, because
okay, so here's what I hear. Okay. She wants that surgery and she wants it as fast as she can get it. She wants it as fast as she can possibly get it. And she thinks she's entitled to that because she's self-pay. So she really thought she was going to walk in there with her little checkbook and write out her little check or tap her card or however the hell she's going to pay for it. And they were just going to give her surgery and she was going to have it in 2 weeks. And then she was going to be a skinny legend and her whole life would be better. But that's not how it works. But because she already knows that she either will not, because she refuses to, or she cannot stick to anything for more than like even 3 months is pushing it, right? So she knows she can't wait that long. She can't deal with the surgery 6 months from now because they're going to give her things to do that she will not be able to maintain for that length of time. So because she already knows that, her thoughts are, if I can manipulate the fuck out of this situation and get that surgery as quickly as possible, I won't have to do any work. I'm just going to go in there and they're going to zippity-doo-dah me and I'm going to come out a skinny legend. And all will be okay. But the key here is, how do I manipulate this system to get my surgery as quickly as possible? That's what I think she's working on right now.
Sometimes the risk
Hey, Kankleshanks.
Getting weight loss surgery is less than the risk of not getting it. And that is a very like hot topic of like, which is more risky for me.
She can't wait a year.
And she knows she won't do it. And in my soul, I feel like it's more risky for me not to get the surgery, because we all know.
And here's the other thing she's going to do is she's going to lay this manipulative guilt trip on the bariatric center. Is the only way, the single only way that I can lose weight myself to save my life is if you give me a date today for my surgery. And if you don't give me a date, I can't do it, and I'm going to die, and that's on you. That's what she's doing.
No. We all know Amberlynn, and I don't hold on to success for months at a time. I don't. Like, I'll do amazing for a couple weeks, and then I just fall flat. And I end up failing because I feel like I have nothing to work towards. And now I do. You know, I have...
Consider working towards... Oh, that's tasty. I forgot about this thing. Consider working towards living. Here's a goal. I want to be 35 and go to a concert before I die. I want to be able to take a hike in a forest when I'm 33 without passing out. Try those for a start.
Weight loss.
I want to be able to walk my frickin' dog without needing an oxygen mask. Maybe that's a goal. Oh, sorry, I got all carried away.
To work towards. Bottom line,
kicking me off today.
Long story short, it's just this program worries about people with BED or possible BED.
Yes,
because you don't want your stomach to rupture after surgery or anything like that.
They will not give a lung transplant to a smoker. Okay? And I'm sure there's others. There's probably a liver transplant for an alcoholic is probably a no-go as well, I would guess. There's medical reasons, Amber. God, she's so frustrating.
In the past or not.
But she's not a brat and entitled at all.
And I was seeing a psychologist for a year. I literally had someone message me and they're like, my first appointment with the weight loss surgery place is coming up. And should I lie to them about having binge eating disorder? And I responded to them.
Nobody did this. Nobody emailed Amberlynn Reed and said, I have an appointment. Should I lie to them? Bullshit. Nobody did that. This is a story to tell us how honest she is.
And I said, no, you need to be honest.
No, honest Abe.
Because yes, for some programs like mine,
Amberlynn Lincoln.
It's a big setback. I know there's a lot of programs out there where it's not like this. And unfortunately, I'm not lucky enough to have found that program. But it's like, there's a big bittersweet because the surgeon I'm seeing,
he's so
phenomenal.
Popular.
The team, phenomenal. Like, I love the dietitian. I love everyone that I've spoken to at this weight loss clinic. Everyone I have seen, phenomenal. Like, everything that I feel has nothing to do with them.
Well, this is a nice change of pace. The girls and boys at the bariatric center are really doing a good job this time. She likes the ladies and the guys and gals at the center.
An amazing experience besides the setback, but it has nothing to do with them. So everything that I'm saying is just because, like, I'm an impatient little gal and I'm ready to save my life. I'm fucking ready. A year?
No, you're not. You're absolutely 100,000% not ready to save your life, or you would be not binging. And if that's impossible for you because it is truly a real problem, you would be going into inpatient, swallowing your pride like Tammy did, and getting it fixed. If you were really committed to saving your life, you would be in inpatient treatment because you've proven to us for 10 years that it's not capable. You're not capable. And that's not, see, narcs see everything as good and bad and highly competitive. So for her, that means she's bad or she's less than. It's not like that. Don't frame it like that. You have an insurmountable problem that you need help with. So give up the control and let some people help you with it, or you are going to die and you are not committed enough to saving your life at this point. Until you do that, it's the only single
does seem super far.
cure.
I'm not going to lie, but it's okay. It's okay. Time goes by regardless. And
we've seen a lot of younger mukbangers. I think there's been about 3 of them in the last few months that have died. And I'm not saying Amber's going to die. I don't think she could live another 10 years. I don't think she's on death's door by any means. She could be. She absolutely could be. She's at a higher risk than most of us. But I don't think she's going to go tomorrow. But
from now, I could be in a way better spot. you know? So I have to really look at like the positives of the situation as well. Like they're looking out for me, and I love that. So what I was saying was like,
No, they're
yeah,
looking out
someone
for
messaged me and
malpractice,
said, should I
Amber.
tell them should I lie about that? And I was like, what? No. I hope that that is not what I am portraying as a person, that you should lie.
I agree
Because
she's
that
actively
is
dying, but it
no.
could take a
You
long
need to be
time.
100% honest. I never even for like 3 seconds thought, maybe I should lie. No, do not do that.
You absolutely lied. You went in there and told them that you'd managed your binge eating disorder and that you haven't binged in a long time. You told us that. There's video proof of you lying. You lie so much you can't even remember your lies. Yeah, sounds like someone I know
And
upstairs.
I hope that my story is not making other people want to lie their way into surgery or out of surgery. Like, absolutely not. But
And
I do feel like
the arrogance that she actually thinks that she could lie to these people who do this every single day of their life. This is their job. They've dealt with thousands of people that, guess what, Amber, are exactly like you. Sorry, Mrs. Snowflake, you're not as unique as a snowflake. You're like everybody else that's walked in those doors, and your lies and your manipulations are not any different or unique, and they have heard it all, just like a teacher has heard everything. You know, when you're in school and you think you've come up with something bright to lie to the teacher about, then as you grow up, you realize that teacher's heard that 5,000 times before you thought of it. That's how Amber thinks. If it occurs to her for the first time, she thinks nobody else has ever thought of it.
Because a lot of people seem to be confused with my whole
I know, I didn't mean Mrs.
BED
Snowflake as in our snowflake. I meant
diagnosed
the broad use of the word snowflake.
I do want to, in a different video, because I feel like I'm being so long-winded. I was not expecting this, to sit and just like talk. So I'm sorry. But I think in a future video, I do want to explain the process of me being diagnosed and what was said and that whole situation, because I know there are a lot of people who are like so confused. They're like, how come 1 minute you have it, 1 minute you don't? So I think maybe I should just like go further.
So she's just kind of decided now that she's
that brings me to like so many situations in my life.
Spoonie, thank you for the super chat. Spoonie says she might try to lie, but the scale at the weight loss surgery clinic won't. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I haven't binged, but I've gained weight, but I haven't binged. But Amber, you have to eat 4,000 calories a day to gain weight at your size. Yeah, but I didn't. It's my body. I won't let go of the water.
Because I've had people like, your foster care timeline doesn't make sense. And I'm just like, people want to like consider me a liar about everything because they'll only watch like a few of my videos, and then they'll skip some of my videos and watch just like reaction channels and just like hear what reaction channels say, where reaction channels 9 times out of 10 have their information wrong. And it's just like, no wonder why people are so confused. Like, I have flat out seen,
I don't get information wrong, Amber, and that's not being arrogant. It's because I literally cut clips from your videos. When I do compilations, I offer no particular insights of my own. I just lay the clips out and let people decide what they might, and I don't edit them to make you look bad. I could. Sometimes it would be funny to clip out a word and make you say something that you didn't really say because it would make you look really bad, but I don't do that because I don't have to do that because you've left us all plenty enough video evidence of all of that stuff.
Comments where people are like, no, actually, this is the fact and not this, and like the fact is so wrong, it's like an actual lie.
Well, it's probably because like, you put it out there.
I don't know, like people are just getting confused and stuff, and it's like I need to make a whole video where it's like frequently asked questions, me just explaining things.
I'm sorry, did she just say, I'm sorry, did she just say she has to make a whole video? I have to make a whole video called Frequently Asked Things. Isn't that every single video that she makes? And every single Instagram post, by the way, she's back on Instagram. Every single Instagram, isn't that every single video that she's made in the last 10 years? Is there something I've been missing? Is there something I've been missing?
And timelines and situations and confusions, because it just seems like people are just
all
like
you
so
do is answer
confused about everything I
questions about
talk about,
yourself
and it's
20
like, I
hours
don't
a
know
bloody
how.
day, girl.
Because I try my hardest to explain myself to the best of my ability without oversharing. And even so, like, I feel like I overshare. So it's like, I don't know what I'm doing over here. I'm trying my hardest. Like, I literally have envisioned myself making a whole foster care timeline, like actually physically draw.
You know what? I'm skipping this because nobody cares about the foster care timeline. It's got nothing to do with this video. Nobody's asking about that right now. And quite frankly, we don't really care that much. And she's going to spend like 3 minutes now, like taking a little side route. She made an off ramp into her foster care
like
story.
Listening to the reaction channels, like that is one of my biggest pet peeves. Shit ain't adding up.
Okay, so she's clearly mad at Zachary and Michael right
it's
now.
4 p.m. and I'm barely at 2,000 steps. So I need to do a little bit.
I just felt my face curl into a smile, just like the Grinch. You know how the Grinch's smile curls up? And that's what it just felt like happening on my face. I felt like the Grinch. Here she goes with her steps. Okay, we did a video, you guys, on Saturday. I included a clip of me walking 200 steps down the hallway, down 2 hallways and back. And then I have asked for and received some amazing videos in the Superstars thread on the Discord. If you haven't checked it out, there's been a number of people who have posted their videos of walking 200 steps because she says that's just her apartment. She could do 200 steps in her apartment. Now, I can't get my phone because it's the Rio cam. Yesterday, I walked, I don't know. I did a lot of walking yesterday. I was wheeling Joan around. We went to like the atrium. We went over to the Eaton Center. We went all over 2 floors of the Eaton Center down to the other end, which is a whole subway station away, and back, and up and down the stairs like 4 or 5 times yesterday. And I bet I hit 6,000, maybe. There's no way her apartment is 200 steps, and there's no way that she's got 2,000 steps in her apartment, and it's 4 o'clock. She's got 200 steps. Prove it. She's got 200 steps, right? And she's calling it 2,000.
Bit of this.
I've lived a normal day today. I've done a little bit of cleaning. I had a shower, walked around the apartment, didn't do much. I bet you I don't have 1,000 steps today so far.
Earlier, I was reading while walking.
You don't read and
I had
walk.
my book, and I was just like, do. How you doing?
I know some
today?
of you probably do, and now you're going to come for me. Most people.
I also heard like
not comfortable to read and walk.
People aren't believing my steps, and someone actually
on a treadmill,
said,
sure.
Yeah, I work retail, and I barely get 3,000 steps a day.
Okay, I know there's going to now be people saying, "Oh, I read and walk all the time, Merc, and that's great, and I'm sure you do, and that's awesome." But let's be real. Amber walks like this, okay? Amber waddles, okay? She's too big. Her legs don't fit together properly, and her feet point outward. So she's not... You've seen her camera move when she's walking. Do you think she can read and walk like that? She can't read and walk. She doesn't have the right kind of gait that she would be able to read and walk. I'm sure many of you do, but I don't think it's a good idea. But, you know, we're all reading our phones all the time, I guess, right? But I don't believe with her gait. I mean... She'll end up, things will be dangling all over the place.
Today.
Yeah, read a step in place, yeah, or like on a treadmill.
If you're working retail,
but even stepping in place,
are you like walking?
This for her.
Because if you're walking for 8 hours a day, you should be getting a lot more than 3,000. So
not necessarily.
Either your Fitbit or whatever is counting your steps, it's inaccurate. Because when
we are all wrong. And she is right.
I just go to the physical grocery store, it's like 2,000 steps.
And that's BS. Anybody else go to the grocery store and have it be 2,000 steps? Drive to the grocery store and have it be 2,000 steps? I walk down to Longo's and back, and there's no way I do 2,000 steps. There's no way. Like, I only average about 7 a day, and I live in the core of a downtown city where we walk everywhere. There's no way she's doing this.
Easy peasy. So I don't know. I don't know, folks. I just feel like I have never lied about my steps ever.
Yes, you have.
And
every time you talk about your steps,
people just want me to be lying about everything.
No, because you do lie about
a lot of things. They just want me to be lying.
We don't want it. We
I
just are
haven't lied
spoon-fed it.
about anything. And people just out here, that's a lie. That's a lie. This
Wait.
whole video is a lie.
Did she just say she's never lied about anything? See that face? Anything.
To be lying. Like, I haven't lied about anything.
Can we just sit with our discomfort for a minute there?
To be lying about everything. They do. They just want me to be lying. Like, I haven't lied about anything. And people just out here, that's a lie. That's a
She
lie.
hasn't lied
This
about
whole video is a
anything, you
lie.
guys.
Like, how?
All right.
Like, it makes.
All right, close down the channel. Everybody disconnect. We're shutting down the Discord. We were all wrong. Amberlynn has never lied ever about anything. God, we're all a bunch of monsters. Come on now.
Makes my brain hurt. Like, physically, if like my brain hurts when people are like,
So do ours.
this whole video is a lie. When every single last letter and
Not the
syllable
whole
that I
video.
said in the video is 100% truth, this video is a whole lie. I'm just like, oh my God. Yeah. It's just exhausting. It's so exhausting.
Well, stop
Anyways, I'm going to go. And I will see
Anyways.
you guys in my next video, my next vlog. I know this vlog was just me like talking a mile.
That's
a minute.
all your
It's just
vlogs ever are,
sometimes I
girl.
just need
You
to
don't
express
even
myself
stand up anymore.
and express concern and explain myself. And I literally could continue this conversation for the next lifetime. Like, I could still talk. I could just ramble on forever. I promise.
Oh, we know you can talk
I
about
actually
yourself
need to
for
go to
friggin'
the
ever.
pharmacy before it closes.
Oh, I like this
Do
too.
pharmacies close at 6? I don't really know. So I'm gonna go do that.
This is good.
I'm probably gonna take
This
a
is
little
good.
Uber. I don't.
Did you hear that? I love this part. This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part. Ready? In case you didn't hear it, let's watch. I'll go back a little bit more, just in case. Are you ready? Listen.
Closes. Do pharmacies close at 6? I don't really know. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm probably gonna take a little Uber.
She's going to take an Uber to the pharmacy, you guys. She's going to take an Uber to the pharmacy.
So much anxiety. Feline is working, and I don't want to
Feline's
bother
working.
her.
She doesn't
She's
wanna
always
bother.
willing to help me whenever, but it's like people have beat it into my head that I can't do things on my own. No, I don't drive by no means, but I don't need nobody.
Okay. Okay, what's going on here now is she's saying that she's going to physically go out to the pharmacy that closes by 6. And in order to do that, she's going to take an Uber, I would assume an Uber XL, because Feline is working until 4 o'clock. Now, my question is if Feline is only working till 4 and the pharmacy is closing at 6, can't Feline take you after work? I mean, she doesn't work far away. It's not a big commute. She's only in the office, right? So why can't Feline take you? Because I'm sure your partner, even though you might be a pain in the butt, would take you to the pharmacy to get meds. I mean, that's fairly reasonable. It's not like you'd ask like an old girlfriend to go to McDonald's at 3 in the morning to drive through and get you food. It's not like that. I don't see why your girlfriend wouldn't want to go after work and pick up your meds for you or with you. Point number 2. As long as we have watched Amberlynn, and I swear to God, you can go through this stuff because I've made note of this, because as someone who is a solo traveler in many parts of life, and I like it that way, I can't help but notice that Amberlynn has never, ever, maybe once or twice, very, very rarely, has she filmed anything or spoken about anything that she has ever done by herself. This woman does not spend 1 minute alone. Her idea of alone is Feline sleeping in the other room. She doesn't spend any time alone. She doesn't do anything alone. If Becky had a friggin' doctor's appointment, Amber would go with her and sit in the car. Amber does not do anything alone. Don't tell me that all of a sudden now she's jumping in an Uber and going to the pharmacy. I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it. This girl can barely go to the bathroom by herself. At some points, she didn't. But this is BS.
I can do everything on my own. That's why there's Ubers, okay?
Yeah.
They're there to help people who don't drive, and that's okay. Anyways, I'm rambling. I'm going to go.
Sophie says we basically just had a baby together.
I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.
Bye. She loves us, you guys. She loves us. She always loves us. Yuri's a member for 7 months. Yuri says 2 more months for me. Yuri is our 7-month alert. Thank you for your super chat. Yuri is having a bebe in 2 months. We're having a little bebe. A new bebe in the family. So, what? I don't know. A little baby boy, I think. Jamie says, Merck and I have had 2 babies. Sophie says, yes, it's me. I'm the baby. When do I get to be the baby? It's Merck daddy. You guys are all mad. You're crazy mad people. So that video was a lot. What do you think? I know we rage streamed this morning, but I had a few thoughts. As you can see, look at that. I've gone 1 hour and 10 minutes on one video. And Rio's being very well behaved in his little cam. I could move it closer, I guess, but then sometimes he smacks the camera. KJ404 says, you could be Snowflake or Crusader's baby. Well, I'm trying to be the sister wife in that relationship. Merck's working on sister wife. I'll cook for both of them all the time. I'll do all the cooking. And I have a really good pot. I don't think either one of them are 420 friendly, though. I mean, they're not 420 unfriendly, but I don't think they're quite as 420 friendly as the alert crowd are. It's so weird. It's not like I came out here talking about 420 all the time in the beginning, and yet all the alerts, or a good portion of alerts, I think all the alerts are 420 friendly, and a good portion of alerts are actively 420 friendly. Spoony Nerd, who is the author of all this fan fiction, has just said Merck is going to fix the fracture that Kankleshanks causes between Cruisiflake during FurCon London. Nice. God. I can't wait. We may have to read that one on the live stream, Spoony. Spoony Nerd and Kankleshanks are 2 imports from the Cruise Flake. I don't know if you were Crusaders or Snowflakes people first, but we have a lot of crossover now between all our Discords, and I just love that. Our community is growing. It's like different neighborhoods in the same Amber town. It's good, right? Now, hey, Amber, that's an analogy. Unlike the nail in the picture. Username says, I compete in a sport that does drug testing, so no 420 activeness. Yeah, there's lots of people that can't because of work, and there's people who just don't like it, and that's fair. It doesn't mean you're not cool as AF. See, I edited myself there, YouTube. I caught it. I know I had 2 swears. I said 2 swears. This. Oopsie. Molly says, not against it. Never had a desire to try it. That's absolutely fair. I think, you do or you don't. Just like I don't drink, and a lot of people, people who really appreciate fine wine would go, hey, you didn't drink? No, I don't drink. Whatever. We all have our own things that we like, right? I was laughing because before the stream I was making coffee, and I was in my head saying, this isn't a tea stream. This is a coffee stream, and not just a coffee stream, but I need a backup thermos of coffee for this stream. And I was laughing because I thought, oh, it's like people who drink. It's like this wouldn't be a beer stream. This would be a shots stream, right? Yuri doesn't smoke weed, and Sophie bullies her for it. She can use the expression, the explanation that she's pregnant right now. For those of you that are in the 420 thread, I did drop a little sale link in there. That's all I'm going to say. Shh, quiet. Go to the 420. Go to the 420 thread and see what's going on. Don't tell YouTube. Don't tell YouTube about our Discord, whatever you do. All right, you guys. I don't think I'm going to watch that second video because I'm kind of getting hungry and I got to start supper. And I'm making what I call a shepherd's pie. And Sophie would be quick to correct me and let me know that it is absolutely not a shepherd's pie, and it is indeed a cottage pie. So I think I will be making Joan cottage pie for dinner tonight. Because around here we eat like a 1950s diner, because that's what Joan likes. I will be substituting the potatoes on my cottage pie, probably with squash tonight. I just put some kind of vegetable on the top. I could ship to Australia, but it would cost you the rent. Like, from Toronto to Ireland was $70. It's really, shipping is so ridiculous. It's so, like, way to kill small businesses, you know? But, yeah, North America is fairly reasonable. I'm putting no cottages in the cottage pie. I'm putting just ground beef. Eloise says shepherd's is lamb and cottage is beef. So there you go. Although we call it shepherd's pie here, certainly in Canada, I assume in the US too. Yeah, it is a shepherd's. It is a cottage pie. It's ground beef. Sorry if I wasn't clear. It's ground beef. I don't like lamb. All the chefs used to make fun of me because I don't like lamb. Like I'm a big baby or something because I don't like lamb. Garlic Breath and Farts says, I mostly eat goat. I don't think I've had goat. I think I've had a goat roti, and that's about it. I like to think that when I move to Costa Rica, I'll just live on fish and seafood and fruit. Sea Bunny loves lamb. I know. I have the palate of a child, even though I spent years in fine dining. I can't help it. Don't mock me. Don't mock me. I mean, it's a little better than Amber's palate, but I don't like lamb. I don't like game meat. I don't mind rabbit, but I wouldn't eat it a lot. But most of the seafoods I'll eat. No, that's not even true. See, like a child, I don't like oysters. They're icky. Oysters are icky. Nakoma Rose ceviche. Don't even get me started. I will live on ceviche camarón and fruit for the rest of my life if I have to. Ceviche, shrimp ceviche is like my favorite food in the damn world, with a side of gallo pinto and a whole bunch of mango. Now my mouth is watering. I want that so much more than cottage pie. John Leon Darkchild, we hunted an ape in Indonesia. Get lost for a week in the jungle. Please join our Discord, John. Like, that's bucket list stuff for me. You really got lost for a week in the jungle in Indonesia? Can you please join our Discord so you can talk to us about that? Because I need to know about this story. I've never been... I ruined shrimp for you. Just don't eat the Chinese shrimp. Don't eat that cheap shit shrimp from China. That's all. Bob says I had the most phenomenal ceviche last week. Ceviche is the best. Venison, Sea Bunny, you have a very grown-up palate. I don't like any of those things. Like a child. I'm a pastry chef. My palate is all tuned for sweet stuff. Karina says papayas are gross. They taste like dirty mangoes. Get out. Get out. So what you be coming from my pawpaws? They taste like perfume. They're beautiful. They taste like mangoes that are getting ready to go out on a date. Oh, John, don't worry about your English. Our Discord is really international, very multicultural. And we're fine. We're good. I need to hear this story for real. We need story and pictures. You know, Merc's a jungle girl. Yuri's triggered by what are you triggered, Yuri? Oh, by the papaya, I bet. Oh, by papaya juice. Yeah, really. I thought you were cool. I'm just kidding. You are perfectly allowed to not like papaya. We will mock you for it, but you're allowed to, you know, it's all good. Really, Thai papaya salad? Oh, there's so many things. There's so many things. So many things that are said, good things to be said about the pawpaw. Anyway, on that note, you're making me hungry, you guys. Is papaya the new pineapple on pizza thing in the Mercverse? I don't think I'd put papaya on a pizza. I know that's not what you're saying, but that's where my mind went. Bob says raw oysters are basically the only thing I don't want a part of. I wish I did. I don't like them, though. So I'm going to go make my 1950s diner cottage pie, which will be, you know, good, but not as exciting as ceviche. Sad, sad. Joan doesn't like shrimp, so I have to wait and sneak myself some ceviche someday, because I only get to eat what Joan eats right now. Anyway, that said, thank you everybody for joining me on this spontaneous Monday, because I don't ever stream on Mondays. I will still do a live stream on Monday. Don't forget, we're streaming MILF Manor at 7:30 tonight in the Discord, and keep an eye open for Crusaders Jeopardy and our live chili cook-off coming soon. A couple of 2-3 weeks maybe. We'll keep you posted. Thank you for joining me. Have a great rest of your day, and until we meet again, be kind, and hasta luego.